Good day, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today, I'll be looking at shortage of teachers in Jamaica. So I did a survey to find out what could be the possible reason why there are shortage of teachers in Jamaica. And some of and here are some of the reasons that I've found out. One, the package is not attractive. Two, some are foreign minded. Three, the cost of living is very high. The cost of living is very high. Not Naguana, Jamaica. The indiscipline of the children. No teacher to student communication. No teacher to parents communication. And there's no communication between the children taking place. Okay, so the package is not attractive. Some of the teachers are saying that the money that they are getting is not enough to cover their cost of living. So it's not attractive. They want more on it. They want more, to make things more easier for them. Foreign minded. Most people, after they finish their degree, their diploma, their qualification, good body, Lady Mal, good day. Good day to you. Go over to the Lady Mal channel and support her. Show her some support. Watch your video. Send up her like, send up her page. Okay. Okay, where I was. The foreign minded. Some persons are foreign minded. Alright, so you're in Jamaica, but you want to go abroad. So you would do certain program in order to go abroad. So when you go abroad, you could just go into the job instead of just going abroad and then do the program to get the job. So by doing the program here in Jamaica, you would automatically qualify yourself to get a job overseas. But most of the time when you do a program, some program in Jamaica, when you go overseas, depends where overseas, you have to still do something to upgrade yourself. The cost of living is very high. Well, I would say it depends on your earning and where you live, and it depends how you bend your mind to your condition. Because if you're a Jamaican and you plant your background, although not everybody have the space to plant something in their yard, so I wouldn't say everybody have the cost of living. You know, high, but for some people it's very high because most of what they are working, especially for some of the teachers, is from hand to mouth, and sometime before they get the pay is finished. So they say the cost of living is very high. And it depends where you live in Jamaica. If you're paying, if some teachers get 40,000, it depends on the qualifications. If you have a diploma or a degree, but an average teacher who is a trained teacher who has a bachelor's in degree, after tax you would get maybe $120,000. Before tax you would maybe get $150,000. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. And if you are a seasoned teacher or you're a senior teacher, I assume you will get maybe 200 and odd $1,000. I don't know if it's before tax or after tax, but they get a pretty good, or I should say, a decent amount of money. So I think their life would maybe more a little bit better than the junior teacher, I would say the upcoming teacher. Okay, so them say nothing now go on in Jamaica. All right. So you have some persons who would apply for jobs and they don't get any call, or you have some persons who will apply for a job, but when they go for the interview, they don't get the job. One of the reasons might maybe they are not qualified, or the person who's interviewing them, they want certain persons to get the job. So if you are qualified for the job and you go there, you will not get the job. Sometimes they give the job to their friend. But if I'm wrong, you can correct me. Also, You have sometime when you go to the job and you do the interview, and I was listening to the news on the TV some time ago where this basic school was looking for a principal. They haven't had a principal for a good while, and they wanted a principal for the basic school. And one person, I don't remember if it was the chairman or whoever the person that was talking, but also there was this parent, and they were saying that they did an interview for a principal, and the person that they wanted to give the job was somebody who wasn't qualified for the job, and that person got the lowest mark in the interview. That's why sometimes, we don't get the kind of result that we are looking for, because we want to give persons the job who is not qualified for the job, or a person we think they can run the job. We don't most of the time we are not honest with ourselves. We don't give the right person the job. So sometimes we have the indiscipline of the children in the school, or if you're a teacher but you're not training that area, but you are working in that area. I hope you're following me. If you're not training that area, or you're going to teach a child about a particular subject, if you are not trained in that area. If you, for instance, want to be a principal, but you haven't been in the classroom to get the experience, or you're going to be a principal if you're not trained to know how to deal with the children. So I think that depends on the area that you're going into. You should have some level of qualification, or even if you don't have the level of qualification, you should have some level of experience, so that when you go in there, you know exactly what to do. Because if you're a principal, you can run to a teacher and say, Lord, the pit them over there, so I get up what me fit with them, or you cannot come to the children and say, what me fit with the pit them. There is no strategy put in place for you to deal with the children. So I think that they should give persons the job who are qualified. They should give the best candidates. Next time you can take. Okay, I don't remember what I was saying. All right, so all right, yes. Oh, I was talking about the interview that I saw on the TV, where they wanted to give the person who got the lowest amount of score the job. Yes, I was saying that you should give the right person the job, somebody who is qualified for the job. Somebody who has that experience, who you think can deal with the job, not because it's a friend. You're gonna give your friend that job. Is at the end of the day, you're gonna get the stick, because you know in yourself that that person didn't deserve the job, but you still give that person the job, if you're following me. The next one is the indiscipline of students. All right, students nowadays are not students back then, where you could maybe scold a child. Well, you have different type of school, like when you might use a belt. Most persons don't agree with it. Some persons agree. You can give me your opinion. And also when you talk to the child, like if they do something wrong, you can talk to them like, you're not supposed to do this, or what this is what you're supposed to do. It depends on the incident that take place. So the indiscipline of the child or the children. Back then we didn't have so many indisciplined children, because back then an experienced could talk to a next child, an experienced child. If the child does something on the road, you could talk to the child, or you could scold the child, you could beat the child, and then that child would go home and they couldn't say anything to their parents, or if they say anything to their parents, they would get a beating. I don't really agree or to disagree on that, but I'm just saying that the indiscipline has broken down the moral and the status of society, because of persons doing what they want to do, not because they are doing what is right, but they are doing what they want to do. So the indiscipline of children comes where you cannot talk to a child, or where you're not allowed to talk to a child, or because you know is a teacher child, or is a pastor child, or is a nurse child, you're not supposed to say certain things to the child. So that's where indiscipline breaks down in society. If you're at school and for instance you say to the child that you're not supposed to wear short uniform, but because it's a teacher child, the child is allowed to wear short uniform. Or you're not supposed to put gel in your hair, but because it's a teacher child, they're allowing the child to wear gel. I think it should go right across the board where if you set a rule, it should go for everybody. So when you have some children breaking the rules, this will bring like a loophole for some of the children to say, all right, for instance, two, I break the rules, so why me can't break it too? So that is where indiscipline comes down. If you're a teacher and a child is something that is wrong, and you discipline the child, whether you talk to the child or you did something to the child to discipline the child, and that child goes home and she tell and him or her tell parents that for instance Miss Brown said so and so to him or her, and then Miss Brown she blaze up come at school want come fight off teacher, and because there is nothing in place to say, for instance, that the parents cannot come to the school to do certain things to the teacher. And if the child realizes that if he or she can do certain things and he or she parents can come to school, fight off teacher, fight off principal, and nothing no come outside, then the indiscipline of the school is going to break down. But once you have a rule where you say, for instance, say, if the child is not supposed to chew bubble gum in class and the child chew bubble gum and you tell the child to spit it out or whatever the punishment you give to the child, and the child goes home and maybe told his parents what the teacher did, and teacher would the parents would correct the child and say what you did was wrong, right? What you did was wrong. You're not supposed to chew bubble gum in class because that is one of the rules of the school, or you're not supposed to fight in public. This is a punishment if you fight in public. But if there's no rules and the child goes home and then that parents come to school and behave that they're a hooligan or whatever it is, then the indiscipline is going to break down. There are loops all for them to seep through, and then the school wouldn't stand up to the name or the integrity or whatever it is that the school stand for. Then that would break down the school, and the people or the persons in the community will look at that school as a school who is a low school. Also, if you have rules at school, like for instance, you're not supposed to take cell phone to school, right? And you have some children that can seep in cell phone into the school, and there's no punishment for, like for instance, seeping the cell phone with school. The teacher them are gonna get upset at some point, because a teacher want to know that he or she can control their class, and when they control the class, they don't have nobody else stand up back on them and say, why you take when the cell phone from the child for? Or you shouldn't do that for the child because it's so and so child. You shouldn't do that. The teachers want to know that there's rules in the school and the rules are maintained, and whatever the rules are, what they set, that is what governs in the school. But you can have a rule that is not enforced and expect a teacher to come to school and behave like they are. You cannot have a teacher teaching in the class and they're the teacher who looks like they are the children, when the children should be the children and the teacher be the teacher. Because you have some school, sometimes you go to class and you have some teacher that cannot teach the subject because of the behavior of the children. They'll come to school to break every rule, to mash up class, to just disturb everybody, because they just think that is what they come to school for. And there are other students who are in the class who want to learn, but there is this maybe one or two child or children in the class who decide say them a go school, we go mash up school because no rules, regulation, no law, no that school which part them if them do this is the punishment you get. So that's as breaking down the indiscipline, when you have children that want to do whatever they want to do and there's nothing. They just do and there's no punishment. When the government said that you should allow the children into the school on the school compound whatever time they go to the school. But I think that if the child live far, depends. I would, you can see the child say maybe the child can't get any vehicle, but if the child live down there, so just down the road. And every morning that child come at school late. You say you're supposed to let in that child into the school, then that child is gonna take it as a habit to come to school late every day. Okay, so the next one is no teacher to student communication, no parents to teacher communication. All right, you have some school like maybe the lower school, the school where the student don't get that good amount of mark, right? For instance, if the child behaves certain way, if the child misbehave, or the child didn't do their work, or the child is absent from school, or if the child, whatever the case is, right? And you have that child, for instance, the child did something that was wrong, right? And you have some school that would ask for the parents' number, or so in case of anything, you can call the parents, right? You have some parents, them not give no right number, and you have some students also that give their number as like they are the parents. So there's no communication there, no teacher to student communication, no teacher to parents communication. So there will always be indiscipline in school, and the teachers, they're leaving because they cannot deal with it. There's no one for them to run to say, what should I do? How do I deal with this teacher? How do I do this student? How do I deal with these parents? Because you don't have the parents' number to call them to say, for instance, why is Jane at school, or Jane didn't do any homework, or Jane didn't do any classwork. You don't have nobody to communicate with. There are some students from the start school, their parents haven't been to no PTA. They don't collect any report from first form to fifth form. There's a report right there for that student. So they don't have no parents communication, no teacher to parents communication, no. Sometimes not even the parents don't communicate with their own child. So there is always gonna be indiscipline. If there's no communication taking place, there's always gonna be indiscipline in the school. So I asked some of the teachers why they don't leave. And they say, one, because they are not vaccinated. Some decide that they don't want to take the vaccine. That's why they don't leave. And next reason is because of flights. They are afraid. They don't want to take the flight. They are afraid of heights. Next one, they are not foreign minded. Some people say that they want to just stay and just serve their country and just just contribute back to their country, to upbring. There's good teachers out there who want to see the best of some children. They want to see the best. They want to see a child maybe 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, and say, this is a product of mine. So you have teachers out there who want to give back to their country, give back to their community, give back to their past school. You know, what are some of the solutions? I don't know if there are any solution, but I think there can be recommendation. What is it that you can recommend to prevent this shortage of school, or to help some of the teachers to stay in Jamaica? You could give them more attractive payments. Give them something more. Give them a little more on their pay. It depends on the qualification. You can give them a little more. Also, you can bring more learning and teaching materials in school. There are some schools you don't have any learning and teaching materials. It's a teacher who has to be providing these materials for them and the children. And because most of the time the teacher wants to see the best for the child, they will make sure they go out of the way to provide certain material for the child, because they want to see the child excel in this particular subject or in this particular area. So they make sure that they provide the kind of material needed. Representation. Some teachers say that they don't have that kind of representation that they want. In case of an incident take place in school, I know they have the JTA that they represent the teachers, but some say that they want, a more, they want to feel more, welcome, like they want to feel like they're a teacher. They don't want to feel left out, like they're a student, or they are the one who get the end of it when there's an incident that take place. They want to feel welcome. They want to feel at home. They want to feel like if anything that happened to them, yes, they are safe. If any incident that take place, then they they wouldn't be punished because they are right. They don't have that right as a teacher to say, yes, I am a teacher, this is where I stand. Some of the teachers, they don't know where they stand. And if an incident take place at school, they're not sure what they should do about it, because as a teacher they say, all right, for instance, if a child has a phone in the class, you're wondering, if a child should I take, as a teacher, should I take away the phone from the child? Should I allow the child to keep the phone in the class, when there is a rule in the school book that say that children are not, our students are not allowed to take phone to class? But I think that once you're a teacher and you're a good teacher and you want to see the best for the child, you're gonna do your very best with that child. Don't matter, it don't matter the circumstances or whatever it is. You just want to do your best. At the end of the day, you're gonna say yes. No matter the pay that you're getting, some teachers, they just still work and carry on like it's the best thing that ever happened to them. Okay, so this is the end of my discussion. So today I want to give away this Puma boot. So the person that is online, I'm gonna ask you a question. See, brand new, where is I want to ask you, what is the largest organ in the body? If you're online and you can answer within the next minutes, I will give you that shoes. Okay, I'm still waiting for the answer. Okay, I assume no one didn't get the answer, so I'm gonna keep the shoes for myself, or if I want to give it to somebody. So until next time, take care of yourself and others, and have yourself a great day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.